It was so big, Kyrie Irving fucking got
unless
suspended.
you want to go first.
No, I literally could not stop thinking about him saying that shit. Give it NWA that quote.
Yeah,
I was thinking of all the quotes that I would give to just random rappers. That's a wild viral thing for real. Like, I'm like,
it in the movie.
I'm like, go forth and multiply. Tupac Shakur. What the fuck? But
like,
yeah, no, that's all I could think about the entire time.
I don't know, like, because like you said, this has been a message for a long time.
Yeah.
Again, John Lennon and the Beatles would talk about the man. Right.
Yeah.
So there's always been a thing about the man controlling and who the man is.
Sure.
So yes, there's a lot of merit to that, and that's the thing. Kanye. What I think with Kanye, and I can't say this in text because there's not enough. I'm not patient enough. But like, is that I think that somebody has told him things.
Sure.
And he said, okay, that has some truth to it, and then he has just taken the blanket statements and ran with it. And then once you take blanket statements and run with it, that's when there's no people aren't going to
supporting the Trump campaign type situation.
I think that's definitely going on, but I don't think
it's
that's
deeper
what
than
it
that.
is. I think it's more than that.
Well, real quick,
No, I'm
because
saying, like,
I think what you're trying to say,
like a blind thing too,
I think specifically what you're trying to say is that, and I think we've seen this with people have, it's been like politics have become extremely polarizing to where people have been radicalized. So one way or the other. So you radicalize to the right, and then you have, we talk about all the time, people that are radicalized to the left, and you see it either way. So I think
What
that
side do you think he's attacking right now?
The Jews,
the left. I think he clearly.
He's clearly said shit about liberals, and again, like he on the Sean Hannity.
Paul took offense.
No, again on the Sean Hannity thing, like he.
Who's Sean Hannity?
From Fox News. So, anyways, like he's one of the main. He's one of the main personalities. So, like he did an interview. And I sent it to you. It's 15 minutes, and on there, like Kanye went into like how his mom was in Hollywood.
Oh, so that's the guy who was trying to make Kanye seem like a complete dickhead. Okay.
No, I think you're talking. I think he did one with Bill Mayer. I think Bill Mayer.
No.
Was like mocking him.
The Fox News.
I didn't.
But
see
the
that,
Fox News, no, because the Fox News
point out the worst parts.
No, the Fox News guy was like letting him go because again they're all against liberals, and he was bashing liberals, talking about how they were brainwashing his mom, and that's why she moved away from Hollywood and into Chicago and put him in the worst situation, and that was the Jews, and they were just doing it to hold them back because she was an educated black woman.
You're saying brainwashed her before he was famous,
and then he said, and that's why she went to go teach at Chicago State in this poor area of Chicago, and I'm like, okay, it couldn't be that she took a job at teaching at Chicago State University, and then he had to move there, and it's like.
She may have wanted to leave his dad.
And then
she had to make. Yeah,
which he said he wasn't a great guy, but he was a smart guy. And then he. Yeah. So again, there's a lot of God complex with Kanye,
I don't know. I don't know if you can really speculate on someone's life like that.
When he says like he's Jesus, when he says like he's Einstein, when he says he's the smartest man on the planet, when
the man
says all this,
from living in Chicago in the poorest community.
So does Soulja Boy. So
he's not a billionaire. Soulja Boy's like $40 million net worth for the last 10 years.
Again, Kanye has a lot to celebrate, but again, it doesn't excuse what he said. So let's keep it on what he said. And again,
what problem did you have with what he said?
Well, hold on. Can I just, because I don't think that. So one thing that he's attacking when he attacks that, and I think this kind of doubles down on like the radicalization, which this is something I relate to a little bit more. I think when he's talking about that situation with his mom, he's talking about his mom separating the nuclear family, so separating him from, and this is something I've heard him talk about, his relationship with his dad and things like that. So what are you? Okay.
What is that?
This man unfolded a matchbook to a fucking sex club. So do I want to invite these guys?
It's about to be an orgy in here.
My fucking Lord, don't say that. But no, so
yeah, I'm definitely not gonna kid this one.
So like to like be on it, like I don't know, like again, like I think there's a lot of mistruths that go into like the Jewish community, and I think that again, yes, there are people like Harvey Weinstein.
But I think you're taking it too far. See, this is my problem with you. You're taking it too far. And I think you're almost taking it way too. Like, okay, this is Kanye. Okay, we're talking about here. Like, why are you like going so in depth? Like, you're going way too deep. Too deep.
No.
Because you're mixing his ideologies with ideologies of a lot of negativity towards, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just pay attention to what he said, he wasn't saying, like, all people are bad and all that stuff. Like that's not what he was directly saying.
What are you saying, Jews?
Yeah, I mean, he
wasn't saying all people.
He did say that.
I mean, it literally came out. There was the one interview with who was it where it was on the street. And he goes, "I'm not going to say it," and then he goes in, and then at the end he goes, "Okay, I'm going to say it, they're Jewish."
Yeah,
and it's like okay, like you can't get it out of your mouth. So again, like I get it. There are industry heads.
So calculated.
Like again, there are industry heads. Like again, Paul. What's his name? Paul Rosenberg with Eminem. So what? He's part of the scheme to keep black culture down when Eminem's entire thing has been about like exposing the man. So his
but he's the biggest hip hop artist and he's a white dude.
Right.
And he's involved with that for it.
But why is that? I mean, does it have to do with his body of work maybe?
No.
It has something to do with it.
That's not true. I mean, there's a lot of rappers that again,
you think that's the only
Offset.
thing?
No.
So
yeah, well, you think that's obviously not the only thing.
No,
as to why.
obviously, white American, like the kids that rebel, obviously pulled into him.
Spoke to a different demographic.
There's a lot of hip hop artists that never even seen.
I mean, okay. What about Jay-Z? So again, Jay-Z's bought out. Tupac,
Jay-Z took a long time to become a billionaire, come on, and he married one of the other biggest artists at his time too. Like he married to get to a billion.
It takes a lot of people a lot of time to get to $1 billion.
Diddy, how long was Diddy in the game to get to $1 billion? Like you're taking for like Kanye did. Like this is the thing. You're
like $1 billion is a lot of money.
Kanye did that shit faster than any other person in music.
Oh my god.
Period. Period.
Okay.
You might be right on that.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
again, that's
Kanye came out when I was in middle school. He's a billionaire now.
Okay, so a billionaire in assets. You're right.
I remember listening to
Maybe longer than that. Elementary school,
college
probably.
dropout. Yeah, in like 5th grade.
So let me ask you this.
Still
Then,
shorter than
Denzel. So was he bought out?
Who was bought out?
Kanye.
How is he bought out? Does he look bought out? Does he look like he's bought out?
Well, again, how did he accumulate all that wealth?
Because he became one of the best fashion designers in the world.
I thought that the fashion world
he married Kim Kardashian.
That the only part of the fashion.
She married him.
But
she wasn't doing no fashion before him. She wasn't.
That's not true.
Yes, it was.
You're wrong on that one.
Okay, you're wrong about that.
No, I'm not.
So listen. So if the fashion world is full of pedophiles,
all the biggest brands wouldn't touch her because they saw her as a girl who did a porno. He talks about it.
So he became.
Just because he says it, it doesn't make it true.
No, it was true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
that is definitely true.
Yeah. So he went from. So he went into the fashion industry, became a billionaire through the fashion industry, changed the fashion industry to Star Wars clothing lines, and then what he did was.
So you're hating on the man because he made $1 billion doing Star Wars clothing lines, and he made one of the most famous shoe brands,
looking like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
One of the famous shoe brands across the world.
Again, so
he brought back a failing Adidas who was going bankrupt.
But again, at the same time, hold on.
Shoes are so great. They're still selling.
Again, hold on. At the same time, Jordans only go for as much as they are because they're Jordan. So name carries a lot of weight for that. But I get what you're saying. I'm not taking it away.
Still selling the shoes.
He became a billionaire, and again, congratulations to him. But it's kind of hypocritical. And I'm saying that because if the fashion industry, if everyone in the fashion industry that makes it is a pedophile or is this racist or this bad person or Jewish,
no one cares.
Then how did you do it?
No one cares.
Okay, if how
he talks about it.
So again,
if you listen to him speak, he actually goes into that.
Again, so if every Shaq bought out, he's a sellout. Charles Barkley sellout. Jay-Z sellout. LeBron James. All these people are sellouts.
He's doing it for the check.
Then what are you? Then how did he get there? Again, we're in an era of SoundCloud rappers.
Deals.
Well, no, and
like deals.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but I'm saying that's the same way about everybody else.
Well, but from his
everybody
perspective,
else busted their ass to get there.
From his perspective, I think he would say to a certain extent that he did have to sell out to get to that point. That's why he wanted out of all those deals. He was kind of upset by him not having say in things that happen with the shoes, colorways that happen with the shoes. So I think without explicitly saying I sold out, I mean, he kind of is saying that to a certain extent. That's
unfortunate. I disagree with them trying to control all of his artistic thought with his shoes. But again, you don't then take that. But I'm saying you don't then take that and then say everybody that's in there is crooked. And it's like that's not true. People have busted their ass and deserve their respect of where they gotten because of their hard work, their sacrifice, things that they've done.
Have you heard of generational wealth?
Yes,
well,
and there's a lot of brand new wealth.
And now, for example, something else.
We are in a time
here. Something else that he has an issue with.
Wealth or the young ones though. It's
wealth,
not the families that have already had it.
No, yeah, exactly. So again, people there are new millionaires all the time. So just sit there and say that it's recycled
money from generation.
It's not like
who did I just listen to? He was like, I bought a $10 million house. Oh, it was Rich, I think. He said, I bought a $10 million house, but to the rich, that ain't shit.
No, you're right.
I was like, damn.
No, and that's
bro,
so
that's
true.
like,
Again, I got customers.
That kind of money, bro, is passed down through generations, and it's
That's
never
not always true. Okay, I got a
I don't know
customer
who said that.
who has a $5 million house on Inglewood Beach. That's a fucking home he goes to 2 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, he built his company from the ground up, and they ship for Monster, Starbucks, Campbell's, all them. They package and ship all across
import,
the
He built it from the
Midwest.
ground up.
But he built his shit again. So again, people work their ass
built it
off.
from the ground up. Got a nice $50,000, $60,000, $100,000
Contract.
to start that bitch.
Well, no, you got a wild
again,
contract
you don't
right
know
there.
his
That's very
background.
nice.
So again, you're reaching on people. But
Bro,
so,
a lot of
so
it
again,
is
so
what
hold
it
on.
is.
So
Like,
hold on.
a lot of that is what it is, bro.
So
Like,
so
people get-
let's say shit, and this is my problem.
Yeah.
So let's say shit pops off for you, right?
Yeah.
And all your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Now Denzel can sit there and tell you how you're bought out, you're sold out, you're this, you're that, just because he doesn't know where it came from. That's bullshit,
Well,
and it's disrespectful.
I think it would depend on. I mean,
It's
look.
not a
I mean,
problem
it's
to come into wealth, Paul. I don't
so
give a
here's
fuck.
two
I'm
things.
happy for you.
So two responses to that. One, if I decided to do something that was which made me a public figure, well, then I would kind of expect that some people might have an opinion on how I got there and whatever. That just kind of comes with it. I think that's part of having a healthy mindset. And then secondly, I guess if one, it would depend on. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I could have sold out when that person's saying that. If you're seeing me in 10 years and then 90% of the podcast is ads, you know what I'm saying? Well, then, I mean, maybe some of that's not having yes men around you, and it's a honest critique. And then otherwise, yeah, I mean, fuck them.
No, but again, I think it would be just, again, I just look at it as, I don't look at everything as this giant conspiracy in life.
Yeah, I don't
You
either.
know what I
but
mean?
so here's my
There is
thing.
something to what he's saying though in nepotism, and like we don't all start off at the same, you know.
But-
It's the same start point. But my whole
Yeah.
thing is with Kanye is he has been in rooms that we haven't been in. He's had conversations that we probably can't even fathom with type of business deals and money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what he's saying is
He's asked another man to bleach his asshole. I'm pretty sure.
So
yeah, definitely.
I
So
could
my
never
whole thing
imagine
is-
that conversation.
It's from his experience. Is what he's saying is what he's had to do with, and not even him. He's what he said too. If you listen to what he said from what he's had to hear other people, artists that are just on the same level as him, or a businessman on the same level, or beneath him, and definitely the ones beneath him, what they have to deal with when they're dealing with agents and
Right.
and labels and
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying, film industries and stuff like that, and like sports management companies. Like he's saying, like there's a lot of like backwards and crooked stuff that goes on there.
Right.
Like, you hire a lawyer, and that lawyer is friends with the same company that
Yeah.
you're signing.
Could
a
I just
deal with.
attach? I would just want to add,
You know
because
what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
hear your
Like-
response, but then I want to attach onto that this kind of doubles down.